This is Jimmy.
Nuclear launch detected.
Right on.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a TVZ featuring two previous ASL champion, current ASL champion Soulkey versus JyJ here on Vermeer. Doesn't get much better than this. Top right, it's going to be JyJ. He is our purple Terran player today. And in the bottom left, it's going to be Soulkey. Current ASL champion, two-time ASL champion. Man, his mind games set him apart from everybody else. He is so good at macro and micro, but he's so good at fooling other players into knowing what he is doing. Whew. Takes me back to ASL 17, where he was matched up against, was it Snow when he did this? On Blitz Y? He just convinced Snow that there were no other Zerglings in the Fog of War. Or this Fog of War. So Snow's like, la 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 la, I'm gonna move out, and then bam, Zerglings into his natural base, and it's a win. Just good stuff, man. Here from Soulkey. He did get scammed a couple times. That's why his name is Need Money, but hopefully the winnings from winning 2 ASL can help him out. Right. ASLs? ASL championships? I think that's how that works. Anyway, Terror the Overlord's counting out the top left here. Hit that like button if you're excited to see an incredible TVZ featuring JyJ and Soulkey. Gonna go hatch first here at about 11 supply. On the other side of it, one racks into a scouting out with a Steve the SCV. What's up, Steve? Where are you headed, man? I guess we'll watch on the minimap to see where you're scouting. You're not going to cross-spawn scout first because I'm not going to say nobody does that because definitely some people do that. Drone scouting out here too. Once again, we're cross-spawned, so hang on. Is he? Oh, he's actually scouting for proxies. That's what this route is all about. He's like, I'd like to know if I'm being proxied by JyJ here, or whoever this barcode Terran player is. Maybe he knows. I don't know. So he does cross-spawn scout first. There you go. We found somebody who cross-spawn scouts. And it's our guy Soulkey. He can't get there in time to get in and actually get a good scout off, see what the gas timing is, see if there's a command center coming up on the high ground. He has no information other than there's a Marine, which tells him it wasn't a command center first play. He's pretty sure it's not a proxy either because a Marine would not be here if there was a proxy. So this is information that's going to help him quite a bit. Anyway, got his gas, got his pool. There we go. Everybody is happy as far as the pool goes. Hatch going to finish. There it is. Hatch doing the same darn thing. Okay, we've settled in. We've settled in now. Gonna keep an eye on that gas timing still. Because if there's not gas anytime soon, then it's probably not going to be a mech play here from JyJ, although he's very capable of doing both things. I mean, that's the trick, right? You can't win an ASL and just be a one-trick pony. You definitely have to be good at multiple things, right? Right. So these Marines heading out, looking for Overlords to kill. Getting a little bit unlucky not finding any, but also Soulkey has this one perched on high ground position, but they can't kill it anyway. And this one can retreat to this position too. So Soulkey is being very, very smart. Oh, Steve is alive thanks to the Marines. This is a royal move. But this is why you send the Lings out. This is going to be actually a bit of a tough little thing for Soulkey to deal with here. Soulkey, but he's not committing to it. He was worried. He was too afraid that there was a sunken there, or maybe there were like 10 Lings and all of his Marines would die, so we kept him alive. But I think he could have gotten in there. I think he could have gotten in there, killed a couple drones, maybe got behind the mineral line. We've seen Royal do that before. It's so good. All right, so Steve, this is not Steve. Steve is injured, and this guy is not injured. But yeah, send 2 Lings here, send 2 Lings here, and okay, SCV dead. It worked. I was gonna say he could probably slip out from that position, get into the main base, but whatever. Macro hatch, Spire on the way. Gonna be them Mutalisks. There's your gas, and there's your second barracks, and there's your academy. So We know what this is. We know what JyJ is going for. It's going to be Marines, going to be Stim, going to be Medics, maybe some early Fire Bats. It's going to be a lot of mutas here from Soulkey, too. That second gas was a little bit early, if not a lot of bit early. So Spire takes forever, but it takes forever because once the Spire is done, you can make 9 mutas at once. The balance is there. The balance is fine. Medics, ComSat, Engineering Bay coming in because we need to start making turrets like as soon as that Spire finishes is what you really want to be doing here from JyJ. No lings. Good positioning by the Marines, but plus there are just a lot of them, so that's tough. Okay, so now there you go. Mutas coming in. Engineering Bay finishes. 7 Mutalisks on the way. And turret production begins now. I said turret production begins now. Are we really not making turrets, JyJ? You're just trying to wait until the very, very, very last possible second to start these, aren't you? Okay, there we go. 3 turrets getting fired up. There it is. So, I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be fine for JyJ. But man, if mutas pop in here and snipe the SCV building that first turret, it really starts to snowball bad. But here we go. 7 mutas plus 1 flyer attack coming in. This has been more and more common, at least in games that RJB has been sending me. Because again, this is another RJB replay, which you're not that surprised by. But, yeah, turrets are up, ready to go. But this whole, a lot of mutas, plus 1 flyer attack and TDZs has been, like, kind of more normal than not. Like, more normal than just the 5 or 6 mutas into faster lurkers that we've seen a lot in the older meta and in the current meta. So it looks like no mutas have died. We got the 7 here. I can count. 4 more are on the way. It's another scan. Sees what we're dealing with down here. No Sunkens, but a creep colony that can turn into one post-haste, if necessary. It's another scan. He's like, he guessed wrong. But I don't know. Process of elimination, maybe you can figure out. If he can get to that bottom right and threaten it, that's going to put Soulkey in a lot of trouble. He's got Stim. Got the range upgrade. He doesn't have the +1 attack yet, but those 2 upgrades with medic support are pretty good. But man, the muta stacking, plus the lings on the ground. JyJ is just not fully interested in going for it, right? The muta count keeps increasing. Queen's Nest on the way at 733. Hydra Den 2. Third base coming up in peace because these guys are not really interested in crossing the halfway point of the map. Which, look, it's a lot of mutas. It's more than the normal number. It's a full 11 stack here. That +1 attack is finishing soon. I don't think Soulkey really wants to engage with this until that +1 is done. But, man, picking off stragglers at the edges. There's always going to be stragglers at the edges. You cannot perfectly keep your Marines in a perfect ball where there are no stragglers, right? But on the flip side, sometimes mutas don't fire. Sometimes they get to the position where they should attack and they don't. And then the Zerg has to fall back, getting no damage done and taking some hits. So that totally sucks for the Zerg player too. So this engagement is not really perfect for anyone, but it's StarCraft. There are no perfect engagements. There's no perfect anything here at all. Hive coming in, no real surprise. Lurker aspect too. So, what the what? We're going? Okay, guess we're going, ladies and gentlemen. We're inside the house, bypassing the bunker, getting deep into the main base. The Marines are a little bit slower than these mutas, and these speedlings are. Snipe down the turretlings. That's your whole job, is to kill that turret and the other turret, so the mutas can come in here. Dude, he's trying to hold the ramp with the mutas and the +1 attack and letting the lings go to town in here. SCVs are fighting. Turret is alive. Mutas picking off individual dudes, but the cleanup is real. Turrets are all dead. Replacing those is going to be a big deal. But, half the group came down to the third base. They're going to shut this down. This is huge for JyJ. Drones dying. Focus the hatch, focus the hatch, focus the hatch, focus the hatch. I know lings are coming in. Focus the hatch, focus the hatch, focus the hatch. They're focusing the hatch. No, they don't get the hatch. God, I thought they could get it. I really thought they could get it, but now it's really injured. Sending a little drop down there would be super cool. This barracks got its construction pause and is not resuming. Send another SCV down there, man. We got science facility quiet. I don't think it's already research to radiate because it was under construction a second ago. But maybe not enough. No, there's enough gas for that. I don't know. There it is. Irradiate gets fired up. JyJ recognizes that he needs it. But losing those drones was not good. It is 34 to 36 workers here. Terran is up. Another scan. Ooh, double scan. Catching the natural base and the main base here. So Nidus Canal is up. He double scans here again? As the mutas dive in and say, hey, did you rebuild your turrets? The answer is yes, but there's only 2 of them. You can double volley those down. Oh, the mutas are getting way too much damage. And then a concerted effort to get down there and take down that third base. There are probably lurkers at the top of the ramp. There definitely are, so I'm not sure what he's trying to do, but the mutas are reigning free here inside the main base of JyJ. The ComSat station is not burning down. That would have been a nice get. You guys are not getting up this ramp by yourselves. Stop trying. Stop trying. Where are your science vessels? Where are your tanks? Oh, he thought. Double irradiate on the mutas, though. No! Soulkey didn't see it! Oh, no! He splits it. Oh, but it takes the mutas stack down to 5, and they're all incredibly injured. The mutas have just been completely nullified by that double irradiate that Soulkey did not notice because he was just flying the mutas away. He was not actively trying to micro them around this group. So he wasn't looking at them at all. Oh, that's brutal stuff. Defiler Mound. Adrenal coming on the way from Soulkey, though. He is supply blocked, but he's got lurkers. Once Dark Swarm pops up, he's going to be very fine. Going to feel great against this SK Terraning of JyJ. Dropships are on the way. He's like, yes, if we can dropship this, bypass these lurkers, I think we can do it. Some Scourge patrolling the skies in this area would be good. These guys are ready for a drop. They know. They know that JyJ really wants to drop down there. How many irradiates are available on these science vessels? 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, you got a couple of irradiates. There are 4 lurkers here, though, man. There we go. Scourge coming up to deal with those dropships, too. All right, so Soulkey on 3 bases. Kind of holding against this 2-base aggression out of JyJ. Finding an Overlord to kill. There you go. Doesn't supply block the Zerg player, but slows him down economically just a little bit. Yes, yes. Drop ships. Dropping. Okay, Scourge and Lings here. Lings here. I don't know if there's a drop angle for you, man. But, okay, D-Mech just going right up the front door. D-Matrix Firebats leading the charge right up the front door. One of the science vessels eats the Scourge. All the lurkers at the top of the ramp die, though. And then we drop other dudes on top here, too. They're not doing super well because these are Adrenalings. And a Dark Swarm pops up. Can we find an angle to get on top of that hatchery? No, not really. Too many lurkers, too much Dark Swarm here. We can kind of set up on the outside. Jump on those. Oh my gosh, the Dark Swarm was so good from Soulkey. That's disgusting. That was just, there was no angle to get any shots off on that lurker at all. Okay, hang on. Going for it. 200 HP on that hatchery. Go get it. No, he doesn't want it. He could have got it, but went after the guaranteed damage of those drones. He's like, last time I went for non-guaranteed damage, Falcon. I lost everything. It didn't actually kill the hatch. Ooh, these lings all dying. Free Defiler is free. No, he knows. He knows where he is. Oh gosh, get out of there. Okay, not getting out of there. That's bad, but all right. Yeah, I think JyJ might just have to evac out of here. He took down the extractor. That's great. He busted up this ramp like an absolute boss. Yeah, I don't even know what this is. JyJ's not paying attention to that at all, apparently. Yeah, Marine's trying to take down that sunken. Oh, they did get it, at least. These are Adrenalings, sir. They have some upgrades of sorts. I'm trying to click on one of them and see what they are. Oh, Adrenal and 0 attack upgrades. Great. Extractor dead again. Another irradiate on that Defiler, but Dark Swarm is here. The fight for the third base is real right now. Okay, yeah, these lings will all die. Oh man, the Sunken's causing issues. Oh, never mind. The Sunken plus the Adrenalings. It's good stuff. We still don't have a +1 attack, but it's on the way. Plague coming in here too. So third base on construction. There you go. Third location here from JyJ. Nothing to defend it at all, but our Zerg player has been desperately trying to defend for the last 5 minutes. He hasn't really been able to launch any kind of an attack. However, Chitinous Plating is on the way. We are going to get some of Los Ultralisks here. Fire Bats up. Inside that Dark Swarm, the Fire Bats are going to do okay with medic support especially. Yeah. There you go. And surrounded by dudes, too. Going to be pretty good. Yes. Fire Bats with +2 attack against these Lings. That's excellent. That's really good. Couple Lings make it up here into the third base. Couple SCVs do die, but in exchange for a bunch of Lings, I'd say that was a fair trade as far as JyJ would be concerned. Metasynaptic Node is on the way next of all. Our Mutas have been sitting here. Are these the Mutas from before? They already heal up? That seems fast, but maybe that's what happened. I don't know. More scanning. Yes. Okay, well, Nidus represents infinite units. Can we take down this fourth base, though? D-Matrix Fire Bats worked well the first time. Let's go again, ladies and gentlemen. Send them in first. There you go. Lurker dies. I think it might have been irradiated previously. Dude, D-Matrix Fire Bats inside your Dark Swarm? Okay, that D-Matrix Fire Bat is not actually engaging. This one is. Get him in there. You D-Matrixed them. Send them into the fray. There's only a Lurker down there. Oh, JyJ, you're killing me. Send the Fire Bats in there. Is he waiting for the Dark Swarm to wear off? This is weird. Okay, Fire Bats. D-Matrix Fire Bats, man. Plague! Ooh, massive Plague. Gonna make this a lot harder, and the Fire Bats are gone. Yeah, I think D-Matrix wore off, plus they took a Plague, so of course they're dead. This game is bananas. Soulkey is holding on as strongly as he can. Dude, that Defiler that dies is a way to win. Hey, an Ultralisk is here. He's got 5 armor, because of course we got Chitinous Plating. Plus, yeah. Okay, yeah, just get out. Get out of there. Dark Swarm, Lings, Ultras, all of that equals get on out if you are an SK Terran player, which our dude is. Dude, these Lings could shut this down. They could shut this down. They could shut this down. He can see it. He can see it. These Lings have upgrades yet. +2 armor and +1 attack and adrenal. Fine. Anabolic Synthesis on the way from the Zerg player. Just SK Terraning it to the bitter end, it looks like here. Oh, that happened while I was away. Who got the kills there? This guy. Firebat got all the kills. I mean, he's got +2 attack. Seems like it makes sense. +3 is on the way for these dudes with a +2 infantry armor upgrade. Plague on the science vessels. Oh, all 4 of those Scourge went after 1 science vessel. That was a mistake from Soulkey for sure. Irradiated Ultras parking on top of their friendly units, killing a bunch of them. Name a better combo. Dude, these medics are a little bit too close for comfort here. It's 132 to 123 supply. I mean, it is not a good place to be here, I would say, from the Terran. But he's got 4 bases rolling against the 4 bases of the Zerg, you know. Maybe JyJ can pull this off. More Ultras in production, more Lings. I'll let you know if the production tab does anything other than Ultra Lings and Defilers and Scourge for a while. Because I'm pretty sure that's all that Soulkey is going for, which is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is Ultras and Lings and Defilers and Scourge. Plague on the science facilities. Fun, I guess. Ah! The Mutaflux sniping out some of those science vessels. Taking injuries again. Up, 5th base attempted, shut down. Okay, that's a huge deal. It's a huge deal for JyJ. Dark Swarm and Ultras are a huge deal for Soulkey. Okay, stop. It's so hard to not attack inside Dark Swarms against a good Zerg player, though. It's so difficult. It is the most difficult thing in the entire world. It really is. Yeah, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. Oh, JyJ's units are just disparate and falling apart, and the Dark Swarms are great, and we are just not making tanks. Oh, we're making battle cruisers. All right. Well, JyJ says maybe some battle cruisers can get through the big chunky armor of these Ultras, because technically, yes, they can. They do like 25 damage per shot, which means the 5 armor on the Ultralisk will negate some of it, but not hardly most of it, right? It's just the attack speed of the battlecruiser is slow, and ultras are faster than battlecruisers. So you don't have to stick around while the battlecruiser is hacking your ultralisk with lasers. And a lot of good players just won't, you know? Anywho, battlecruisers it is. Whether it works or not is up to JyJ and his control. Will he use them to clear landing spaces? Big attack, plague, dark swarm, lings, ultras, everybody retreat. It's too much, man. Irradiated ultra getting damage on... just mowing through the plagued units. That's the way to use an irradiated ultralisk, my friends. Mow through... like they're blades of grass. Okay, so this is a base that Soulkey is getting for a 5th. He needs this, by the way. If he can hang on to this, he's going to be a happier camper. These guys, it's a 0-kill Marine. I don't know how we got so deep in enemy territory with 0 kills, but whatever, man. 3 battle cruisers at a time being produced. It's just a really good Zerg player will plague the battle cruisers, will scourge the battle cruisers, will dark swarm and maybe hydra the battle cruisers. I mean, you have a Hydra Den. You can make some Hydras if you want. Ooh, this group gets down. Nice Dark Swarm defending the drones, and then the responding army just tears everybody to pieces. Yeah, this swarming stuff here from Soulkey is extremely Zerg appropriate today. He has just been everywhere, but he's been defending, which is interesting, right? Although this might be the beginning of the assaults. This might be where Soulkey's like, you gave me 2 seconds to catch my breath, so it's time to move out across the map and ruin you now. This is where Science Vessel down. JyJ says, I must engage here, otherwise I will have to defend. And that's not good. Nobody wants me to defend against Ultras and Dark Swarm. It's not going to work out for me at all. Ever. I mean, it's much, much better than I am the aggressor here. Because of course it is. Freelings are free, but they buy some time for this Defiler to maybe get a consume out. This one got a plague off. But irradiate on this other side pretty good here too. Man, nobody's been maxed out today, I'm pretty sure. Dude, that Muta needed to catch those Science Vessels and missed. Just was not targeting them at all, but the other 2 Science Vessels get plagued. All the Science Vessels are now plagued. All of them are now plagued. These Ultras are... This one's gonna die. This one might not actually die. Yeah, I think Soulkey might have this. Where are my battle cruisers? Oh, he pinned one to a corner. See? Doing 20 damage per shot. That's great against Ultras. Just the attack speed is garbage, is all. Alright, hang on. Hang on. Oh, remember what I said about Scourge and battle cruisers? Pretty good. They're intended to. Just every time JyJ tries to get a foothold on this side of the map, everybody dies. So, alright. Drone down. All the drones are dying here. These mutas want to fight, but they're absorbing hits, so the Scourge can go brock and kill one of the BCs, but this is a 3 oh, never mind. 2 of the BCs died. It's a 5-kill battle cruiser. Maybe he's paid for himself. I don't know. Mutas are 100 gas. That's nice. Science Vessels are all but mostly plagued. And then the Scourge come in. And, oh, he miscommunicated. He misjudged. Finally takes out the battle cruiser. Some workers died here, but it's still 51 drones to 45 SCVs. This base is alive. This base is alive. JyJ, maybe going to expand over here. Send a command center over here anyway. I think that's his NAT. No, just built it. Just built another command center. He's going to land it over here. That's cool. I'm down. 170 to 143 supply. Soulkey is up. He's making Ultras, Lings, and Scourge and Defilers. And what did I say? You don't really need much else here, do ya? There's just never been that giant group of Marines where, like, they can just kind of tank a couple Ultralisks. It's really not a big deal. Every time the Marines show up, it's like, it's a decent-sized army. But, I mean, it's not infinite amounts of output or damage put out, you know? Yeah, 185 to 125 supply here. I don't know. Like, I've seen these battle cruisers just harassing BCs. They weren't used to clear for drops. They weren't used in conjunction with the rest of the army in any sense. They were out on their own. And I prefer that they be in conjunction with the army. I prefer they be hanging out with these dudes, getting hits off on stuff, right? Eating scourge that would otherwise take down science vessels, getting free hits off on Ultralisks, but just keep continuing to send battle cruisers on their own and use them like they're harassing units. It's just not, I don't know. Nice Plague, nice Dark Swarm, and, well... Soulkey has just had every answer to every single thing. GG. That JyJ has tried to do today, and Soulkey comes out on top. No real surprise at 184 supply here. Just a brutal, absolutely brutal display, man. Oh. I mean, yeah, JyJ did a pretty good job pressuring, right? And if he'd killed this third base, this game would have been so different. It was what, 100 hit points away from sniping that thing down. It would have been so big. He did force a cancel on this, but he was never able to get much done otherwise. Never killed this base. Never killed this base. Everywhere he went, Soulkey was ready for him with the Dark Swarm and the Plague and the Lings on the Ultras and the Scourge and the perfect Plagues and the perfect Dark Swarms and the perfect Scourge connections. And some of them weren't perfect, but most of them were. And then the battle cruisers really didn't do enough, I don't think. I mean, yeah, they ate a lot of Scourge. That could have been gas for other stuff. They probably killed like 8 drones, which is okay. Those mutas all died too, so I mean, they paid for themselves a little bit better than maybe I'm giving them credit for. But I don't know. Just not a big fan of BCs in this matchup if they are used this way. That's all. I guess that's what it comes down to. So, GG, man. I mean, these Ultras didn't even have +3 attack. So, that's annoying. Nor was it even being researched here. But it's just a matter of positioning. It's a matter of getting out of Dark Swarms more quickly. That's something JyJ in this game did not do super well. Right? I don't know. It just comes down to Dark Swarm pops up middle of the map, you run. Right? Dark Swarm pops up anywhere, you probably run. Unless you're a Firebat inside a Dark Swarm, inside a Mineral Line, then you hang out. But otherwise, you got to get out. And just too many times, JyJ would be engaging, looking pretty good. Dark Swarm comes in. Whoa. And then he just kind of sits there for too long and tanks it and dies. So, gotta work on that, man. The best pros get out of there. 193,000, 169,000 points. Soulkey outproduced the Terran player and got outkilled by the Terran player, but by a smaller number. 10-4 buildings raised in favor of Soulkey, and then outspending the Terran by about 11,600 resources in 25 minutes is gonna get it done. That was definitely jam-packed. A great RJB player, or replay, again, with great players. Man. All right, so end of the day there, an absolutely beautiful TVZ on display here from Soulkey, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.